Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. This is news. Elon Musk looking to lay off 75% of Twitter should his deal go through. That means Twitter will be whittled down to next to nothing. A skeleton crew, according to the Washington Post. Got to give a hat tip to Master of the TDS. I actually was going to do another video. I think I'm still going to do it, talking about Rooster Teeth. But this is pretty interesting because, yeah, it does look like Elon Musk is going to go through with the deal. He is massively overpaying for Twitter. He knows he's going to overpay for Twitter. But what's going to happen to all those poor Twidiots working at the company? Well, they're going to get fired. They're going to get fired. And they probably know they're going to get fired. I think anybody that knows Elon Musk's management style, in fact, there was an article out there the other day talking about how Elon Musk's management style was a threat to democracy because these journos are all losing their crap that this guy is buying Twitter, which has been a journalist safe space for years. It's basically ground zero for cancel culture, hit pieces, journalists kibitzing with each other, conspiring with each other, and they're not going to be able to use the platform to deplatform for much longer, I don't think. I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Anyway, before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. Guys, over 277,000 subs. Thank you for the support. Check out clownfishtv.com for more pop culture news, subjective pop culture news. We do talk a lot about Twitter and the Elon Musk deal because Twitter is really where all of the crazy stuff we talk about here on the channel, the cancel culture, and the weirdos and the, art fixers and all of this crap. It all came from Twitter. And before Twitter, it came from Tumblr. And before Tumblr, it came from LiveJournal. It's the same kind of people. They just keep moving, from platform to platform. But, the craziness has infected mainstream journalism. And I think Twitter has a lot to do with it. And Twitter is absolutely positively an echo chamber. If you are a wrong thinker on Twitter, you are booted off the platform. And I have to wonder if some of these journalists aren't going to move on. If they're not going to move on because they're not going to have people at Twitter playing defense for them anymore. I think it's going to be quite the interesting experience. And you have to wonder, how many people does it actually take to run Twitter? Because there was talk before he bought it that they have way more employees than they needed. And a lot of their employees weren't actually doing anything. They were taking month-long mental health breaks and they just kept hiring more and more and more people. And Musk made the joke before, and I'm telling you, this guy, he's not joking. He made the joke before that Twitter's current HQ in San Francisco would be turned into a homeless shelter once he's done with Twitter. And he probably will move it to Texas. I wouldn't be surprised if he does. Anyway, Washington Post exclusive documents detail plans to gut Twitter's workforce. Previously unreported details shed new light on Twitter's motivations for selling the company and Elon Musk's plans to transform it. Twitter's workforce is likely to be hit with massive cuts in the coming months, no matter who owns the company. Interviews and documents obtained by the Washington Post show a change likely to have major impact on its ability to control, here we go, guys, on its ability to control harmful content and prevent data security crises. No. They had lots of employees when Twitter got hacked and all the blue checks weren't able to post, right? Its ability to control. Just leave it right there. It'll have a major impact on Twitter's ability to control. Musk told prospective investors in his deal to buy the company that he planned to get rid of nearly 75% of Twitter's 7,500 workers, whittling the company down to a skeleton staff of just over 2,000. That's a skeleton staff, 2,000 people? Even if Musk's Twitter deal falls through, and there's little indication now that it will, big cuts are expected. Twitter's current management plan to pare the company's payroll by about $800 million by the end of next year, a number that would mean the departure of nearly a quarter of the workforce, according to corporate documents and interviews with people familiar with the company's deliberations. The company also planned to make major cuts to its infrastructure, including data centers that keep the site functioning for more than 200 million users that log on each day. Real or bots? Bot farm? I don't know. The extent of the cuts, which have not been previously reported, help explain why Twitter officials were eager to sell. Musk's $44 billion bid, though hostile, is a golden ticket for the struggling company, potentially helping its leadership avoid painful announcements that would have demoralized the staff and possibly crippled the service's ability to combat misinformation, hate speech, and spam. It would have crippled the service's ability to continue to control the narrative. The impact of such layoffs would likely be immediately felt by millions of users, said Edwin Chen, a data scientist formerly in charge of Twitter's spam and health metrics. Apparently, he didn't do his job very well because there's a shit ton of bots on there. Now CEO of the content moderation startup Surge AI. Content moderation startup. He said that while he believed Twitter was overstaffed, the cuts Musk proposed were unimaginable and would put Twitter's users at risks of hacks and exposure to offensive material, such as CP. Exposure to offensive material, such as misinformation about the elections and the vaccines. It would be a cascading effect, he said, where you'd have services going down and people remaining not having the institutional knowledge to get them back up and being completely demoralized and wanting to leave themselves. I told you like 6 months ago, whenever this went down, if he buys Twitter, he's going to disembowel it. He's going to gut this company and basically start over. Because Twitter, as it is right now, doesn't work. I mean, it works for certain purposes, but overall, as a social media platform that's supposed to be for the general public, for normies, it doesn't work. Twitter did not respond to requests for comment. Of course not. The easy part for Musk was buying Twitter, and the hard part is fixing it, said Dan Ives, a financial analyst. It will be a Herculean challenge to turn it around. At least they admit it's broken. Nell Minow, a corporate governance expert who is vice chair of Value Edge Advisors, said Musk was likely shopping ambitious plans to potential investors, but will face challenges. He's got to be able to show, if he makes those cuts, what happens next. Hopefully, a shit ton of crazy people leave. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping a shit ton of crazy ass weirdos go back to Tumblr and stay there. Just stay over there. Company executives have told employees that there are no immediate layoff plans during town hall meetings. They never do. In the one town hall that he attended in June, Musk was pointedly asked a question about layoffs. He answered he didn't see a reason low performers should remain employed. Yeah, that's that toxic management style that's a threat to democracy. The new details, which reflect conversations over the last few months, highlight the extreme nature of Musk's planned transformation of Twitter. Twitter has never achieved the profit margins or size of other social media sites like Meta and Snap, and Musk's plan to take the company private, freeing him from having to please Wall Street, was a key reason former CEO and co-founder Jack Dorsey got behind Musk's bid. Musk and his representatives did not respond to requests for comment. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So this is going to be really interesting. You're going to see a lot of bitching on Twitter, about Twitter. I wonder how many employees are going to try to throw wrenches into this deal. They tried before, I believe. But there we go, guys. Space Daddy is going to disembowel Twitter, and it is way overdue. Going to wrap this up. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, and we'll talk later.